Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about energy. Energy is really just the ability to cause something to change its motion. So that's not to start motion or to stop motion, could be either one. It's just a change in motion. So even just changing directions. But energy is the ability to cause this. And with energy, it's kind of difficult to describe. Energy is energy. There's just this one ability to cause changes in motions, but we store it in different ways. Now, energy is not like a substance that's stored in the body, like you don't have like an energy gland in your body or something like that. But we can think of energy as being a substance-like thing that can be stored. And there are different ways that it can be stored. And so we're going to look at this simulation here with the PhET skater. That's going to help us see this a little bit. So you'll see the skater, and if I push play, he just skates up and down on the track. And you can see there's this bar graph that hangs over his head. And this bar graph is constantly changing, and it represents how the energy is stored in this skater. And so you can see three types: kinetic, potential, and thermal energy. And the important thing is not what each one of these means. We'll learn about that later. But the important thing is to see how the amount of energy never changes. That is to say, energy is conserved. It doesn't go away. You're not creating or destroying energy. But it does change forms. When he gets up to the top, it's all potential energy. But then as he gets towards the bottom, more and more of that becomes green, which is the kinetic energy. So what we see here is that energy is like moving between forms. It's almost like it's changing accounts in a bank or something like that. But this energy can move from one account to another. And so it's all energy. It's just stored in different ways. We're going to be focusing primarily on the third one up there at the top, thermal energy. So I'm going to switch back over to our states of matter program that we're so familiar with, and we're going to look at what thermal energy means in terms of atoms. So hopefully you're familiar with temperature at this point. Temperature is the average kinetic energy of the particles in a substance. So you can shorthand think of this as the average speed of the molecules. So we could take and pick one. So let's say that one right there, and we could figure out how much kinetic energy that atom has. And then we could figure out how much kinetic energy that atom has. And we can find the kinetic energy for all of these, and if we take the average, that's temperature. If we do something different, however, we take the energy for that atom, and that atom, and that one, and that one, and that one, and all the atoms in this, and we add all those energies together. And not just the kinetic energy, but all the different types of energy stored by those atoms. All of that together is what we call thermal energy. And thermal energy can be transferred from one substance to another just by putting them in contact, because notice as these atoms bump together, a slower atom that is hit by a faster atom will speed up. So if you put two things together, you can actually transfer some total energy from one object to another.